Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I am celebrating 2 years since starting my weight loss journey. So if you didn't know already, my name's Yassie and I used to be 162 kilos. I'm now 75 kilos and yeah, in 19 months, I reached that goal weight of 75 kilos. I picked 75 kilos because it was in normal parameters. I say normal very loosely for the BMI. General practitioner recommended that I should be 75 kilos, so I put that as a goal of mine. I never thought I'd reach it, but I reached it naturally. No surgery, no pills, no Ozempic, no gym membership, no online subscriptions or anything like that. The only thing I did to lose weight was to gain research, so to gain knowledge. And I did that through YouTube. So finding people on YouTube that I really related to, I feel like you will be more inclined to do stuff if you're relating to the person that's giving you that information. When you're receiving information from people you don't feel comfortable with or feel like they've never been there, can't empathize with you, it's really hard, well, for me personally, to sort of take their advice at all, even if it's, evidence-based research. So I found a couple of YouTubers that I really related to. I thought they were funny, cool, and very natural. And it made me just want to go, okay, that's a good little tidbit. That's a good little tidbit. Take that away. Try this one thing. See if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Try this meal. If I don't like the taste of it, I'll do some alterations to make it suit my taste buds. So I sort of just picked and choose, the basics, the little, information like gems that I thought were going to be suitable for me and my lifestyle and what I like to eat. So if you don't make your weight loss journey enjoyable for you, you're not going to stick to it. You don't need to carbon copy. You don't need to be a copy and paste of a YouTuber. You don't need to be a copy and paste of your personal trainer. You just need to get some information. What does the evidence say? What are researched evidence? Okay, we got the evidence-based research. Now we take that away and we go, all right, so for person A, person B, and person C, so people of different weight categories, people of different genetics, and people of different starting points. We take these different information of one person that might be naturally muscular their whole life. Okay, what works for them? All right, we take someone's information that's been obese most of their whole life and are now in a healthier weight range. Okay, we take some information from them and so on and so forth. So that's really helped me out. And so, I just wanted to celebrate on here with you that it's been 2 years of consistency. After 19 months since starting my weight loss journey, I reached that 75 kilo goal weight. And so that was November of 2024. And now it's February 2025, end of February 2025. And so that's a couple of months of me maintaining. So in this video, I want to talk about what I'm going to do now. What does maintenance look like for me? What it's been looking like right now? And what are my future goals? So for me, if we want to talk calories, that was a big thing that changes when you go into maintenance. Don't be scared of maintenance, but I will tell you it is like you need to find that new research, right? You need to go back to square one, find the evidence relating to maintenance, not relating to weight loss, fat loss, whatever that is for you. And so, I'm still in the process of learning about maintenance. I have maintained the highest of my weight range since November has ranged from 76 to 73, 74. So that's the range that I sort of juggle in between. As a female, I have a lot of different hormones depending on how much fluid I retain, depends on the time of the month, depends on all these other factors like what type of food I'm eating and things like that. It's not necessarily fat. It's going to be fluid, and that's what I tell myself anyway. No, it's going to be fluid and things like that. I today weighed in at 74.9 kilos, which is basically 75 kilos. So that's what I weighed in this morning. And the first thing I did with maintenance was go into my Fitness Pal. So that's what I used to lose my weight, was my Fitness Pal, being a calorie deficit, and slowly incorporate exercise, but I didn't fully focus on exercise. So with maintenance, I went into my Fitness Pal and said, maintain 75 kilos, right? And then it spewed out a number. And then I was like, okay, cool. Well, now in maintenance phase, I want to focus on exercise a lot more. Like before, it was just going for walks, which is, I shouldn't say just, like those walks for me, and still are, like I would say the easiest thing to maintain, but also like it doesn't make you feel overwhelmed. It helps you to like go, okay, I'll just get a few steps in today. It doesn't have to be 10,000 steps. It's like, just get a little bit more steps in today. I want to be over a certain benchmark, right? And going for a walk, whether it's on a flat surface or if you're doing interval training, like it doesn't matter. You pick the day how you're feeling. If you're feeling like at your 60%, want to give it your 60% one day, you want to give it your 110% another day. Walking is like the easiest thing to do when you start a weight loss journey, and also to maintain. So it is still my number one key thing that I used to maintain a healthy lifestyle. My new goal is to incorporate a little bit more interval training, like a little bit more running, a little bit more of getting the heart pumping to the next level. Overexertion is probably not the key that I'm looking for, but just to be able to sort of help improve my cardiovascular fitness, you do have to sort of push the boundaries a little bit now and again, little bit by little bit, to improve your cardiovascular fitness. So that's another goal, starting running/jogging and incorporating strength training. So I want to get a little bit stronger. And when I say strength training, I'm not just talking about building muscle. I'm talking about like actual strength, like being able to improve your grip strength, or being able to like sit in a squat for longer, things like that. Like just improve the endurance level of my strength. And so they're the things that I really want to work on. And also I do want to build muscle. How much muscle? I feel like we could get into a big debate about how much muscle women should carry or not carry, but we won't do that. I just feel like I want to be able to have a little bit more muscle than I have right now. The other key thing is that it helps burn more calories, so I'm all for that. So in maintenance, I have been consuming more calories than I was obviously doing previously, because in order to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. So the first I reckon the first 3 weeks of being at maintenance calories was the craziest thing in the world, because it felt like I was stuffing myself to get to maintenance, because don't forget, it had been 19 months of my life in a calorie deficit. And it was like, what, like they're saying this is how you can maintain your weight. And I'm like feeling like I'm overeating. But I guess I was overeating to what I was eating previously. But it was a really weird mind shift to go into maintenance, because I'm like, I obviously don't want to gain that weight back, because I worked really hard to get to where I am. And so I was freaking out for a while. But the craziest thing, guys, eating at maintenance, I gained like 1 kilo. and it was most likely fluid, like because you're eating more food, so it weighs heavier in your stomach, right? So then I was like, oh, well, I can eat more food and maintain, and I love eating, and I love like having a variety of food. And that is like the biggest, coolest thing about going into maintenance, is that obviously you can eat more food. And for someone like me, that's like, yeah, I want to eat more food and be able to have more variety too, which means that you get more nutrients, which is even better for your hair, better for your skin. I saw huge improvements with my skin going into maintenance. My skin just had a little bit more luster, a bit more shine about it. It was less dry. And so it's crazy. Like I was so focused on being in a calorie deficit, I wasn't like fully focusing on the nutrient side of things. So now that I'm in maintenance and I have a lot more calories to spend, I'm not spending it on McDonald's. I'm not spending it on all these things that I used to binge eat. I am now spending it on like, oh, I can have more eggs, or I can have more fish, or I can have more berries, like heaps of berries, and I can have avocados, and I can have more fats, and I can have like all these cool things that are going to help me in other areas. More fiber, help me with my bowel movements, help me with my skin looking good, help me with my energy levels, help me with my hormones, like all these cool things now that I'm in maintenance. So instead of it, like, I had to change my mind to go, this is a cool thing to be in maintenance, because I was fully depressed when I got my goal weight. Yeah, I was in a dark place mentally, because I was like thinking, I'm going to gain all the weight back. How does anyone go into maintenance and stop themselves from overeating? Or how do people go into maintenance and find their actual maintenance calories? Because it does change from day to day because of the energy that you're exerting. How do I find my average calories to consume on a daily basis? So I was freaking out about that. And everyone telling you, oh yeah, you're going to gain the weight back, like all the toxic people on Instagram and, and then even like well-meaning friends and family are like, oh, it's really good because, most people gain their weight back. Like you make sure you don't gain it back. And like, it's in the back of your head. You're like, I don't want to go back there, for many reasons, like so many reasons. And not just for the external, but like for the internal. Like I feel like I feel like Wonder Woman now. Like I can do so much more. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so now I'm in maintenance. I can eat more, get more nutrients, and it motivates me to work out more. And so then comes the balance of, I have all this energy, I can work out and build muscle, right? So I'm excited. But then what happens is, especially if you're like me and you're really strict with your calories, you have to learn to not be so strict. You have to learn, like, it's not going to be an everyday set calorie margin. Like one day I'm going to be doing like 15,000 steps. Another day I'm going to be doing 5,000 steps. So what is the average? So what I've been doing is I go off my BMR. So like what your calories, like what your body burns at like a coma-like state. So like for me, it's 1,433 calories, roughly. I get that off my scale. Everything's an estimate. And then I go, okay, on average for someone who's sedentary, that means I could go up to 1,880 calories. But, so like if I'm really unwell, like if I have the flu or if I'm on my period and I don't feel motivated to get out and do stuff, I'll kind of stick within that range of the sedentary to maintenance calories that my fitness pal spews out. But now that I'm eating at that maintenance calories, I'm able to like be motivated and have the energy to go work out. So then it goes into the realm of, I can do so much more because I have so much more energy. So therefore I'm burning more energy because I'm motivated to exercise and go on hikes and do weights and random things like that, like exert myself. So then I'm burning more calories and then I end up losing more weight because I'm sticking to, I guess, a deficit without even realizing. So it is a learning curve and I'm still in the learning process. So I'm not going to tell you how to get into maintenance, but that's where I'm at right now. So would I do this again, guys? Would I go back 2 years yesterday and be like, 2 years from yesterday and be like, hey girl, don't do it? Hell no. I'll be like, yes, well done. You do this, you go for it. This is the time. Did I know that it was going to pan out like this 2 years ago? No, I didn't know that I was actually going to achieve my goals, my dreams, my hopes that I've been having since I was a little kid, because I've been overweight my whole life. You know, if you're new to this channel and you didn't know that, I've been overweight my whole life. So for me, November of 2024 was the first time that I hadn't been overweight or morbidly obese. So it was like I'm entering a new realm. Like maybe you don't fully understand that, but it's like I'm experiencing things I've never experienced before because I've never been of a normal weight range. So it's like, you know, all the stories are true, all the fairy tales are true. Like, you know, for me, being overweight was like, you know, saying that, you know, if someone comes up to you and says the sky is purple, you're going to be like, you crazy, it's blue. It's always been blue. And then something happens to you and you're like, wow, the sky's actually purple. Like you see it one day and you're like, that's crazy. That's how it feels to lose weight. It's like I've been told by many people, and definitely not in such very nice ways, that being of a healthier weight range is going to be better for my overall life. But they were right, that they didn't go about it the right way. But it's true, like being healthier, being even just like, if you're morbidly obese, even just losing like 5 kilos, I felt a huge difference. I felt like I could breathe a bit better. I felt like I could have a bit more energy to do stuff, which, you know, like that's just 5 kilos. Imagine like getting to that recommended healthy weight. Like it's just a whole new world. It really is. It's like, yeah, I can't explain it until you are there on the other side with me. I gotta find the words. Like, it is a whole new world. It's like opening the door to a secret Narnia. Like, everyone told you that, you know, don't believe in fairy tales, but there are fairy tales in real life, and they're just not what you read in books. They're just, yeah, it's crazy. It is like finding out something, mind-blowing, mind-boggling, and so I'm very chuffed, I'm very happy, I'm very glad that I did this. So thank you, Yaz. Please continue on your journey, maintain your health and well-being. Remember where you were, even if that means you have to hurt your feelings by looking at some old videos of how big you actually were, how unhealthy you actually were. Do it to yourself so you can just remember like you felt, like, because it's really easy to forget how you felt before. And I just don't want you to forget, because I want you to continue on this journey of feeling healthier into your 70s. And so thank you, future Yaz, for watching and hopefully keeping the weight off and being a healthier version of you. Thank you to the viewers watching right now, friends and family. And so what's next for Yasmin? Well, I want to pursue personal training. I feel like I'm well suited to help people who are morbidly obese or overweight that I can create a comfortable space, a comfortable environment for them to feel like they can do it without, listening to some musclehead that's always been fit. Like, I can bring something to the table that is real life experience and real life endurance, also the mental health side of things too, which, people don't talk about enough in the fitness world. Like, yeah, to get fit, right? You got to train your mind. You got to train every element of yourself. Train your relationships. Train the way you speak and think about yourself. And I can bring that to the table. So I'm going to enter a personal training course. I'm going to see how it goes. And who knows, you might be my future client. So thanks for watching. Comment down below any information you may have for me, any updates in your life, or any questions for me. I'll be happy to answer them. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok at Yassie's Journal. Bye guys. See you in the next one. Bye.